It's an inner problem, therefore it needs to be dissected within. Not like within your skin where you're literally going under the knife to fix what you think is the problem, but it isn't. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Adriana, and today I have another reaction video for you guys. Now, I saw this on YouTube Shorts, and it's something that I've been thinking about lately, and so I wanted to share this with you guys and share my thoughts and opinions. So if you like these types of videos, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And also you can follow me on my Instagram where I post lots of fun things, updates, and outfit inspiration, so go ahead and follow me there. And let's get started. So just a quick background on the video. So the lady who's talking in this video, her name is Paulina. Let me look up her last name. I'm super gonna butcher this. Porizkova? Paulina Porizkova. I really tried. Anyway, she used to be a model and an actress, and she is now, according to Wikipedia, 56 years old. So just keep that in mind as we watch this together.
Write something about being, 52 or 53 and looking like this, and people would comment with, well, big fucking deal, J-Lo is a lot better looking than you, and she's only like 2 years younger. And then...
Okay. I'm just gonna stop it right there. So she's basically talking about how we have this perception of youth and beauty for a woman up to like a certain age, and so we're starting to think that in our 50s we actually don't know how real women look like in their 50s. Of course there are different ways that somebody could look, but in terms of your genetics and just the natural process of aging, of course you would think in your 50s it's completely normal to have wrinkles, not even just one or two, but a bunch of wrinkles. Anything that indicates the natural process of aging. And so she's speaking about how these days our standard of beauty has been skewed to the point where even the natural process of life in general is criticized, and it's seen as something that isn't good.
And then when I thought about it, all the actresses and singers and the personalities around my age all looked younger than me because they've had some work done. So I went on the internet.
Pause. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that she said that, because I knew that people would get things done. I knew people would get plastic surgery, especially when we're talking about celebrities in general. They are known for that. But when she started talking about when you think about somebody in their 50s and their 60s, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, shoot, I can't actually picture a celebrity that is in their 50s or in their 60s. I can't. It's not that I don't know how they would look like, because of course when I think 50s, 60s, I think of my parents, I think of my friends' parents, I think of somebody's parents. But celebrities or anything on TV, sure, we see actors and actresses that look like that. But for example, if you're thinking about the red carpet, it's hard for me to think of somebody like this, not like somebody who is in their 20s, in their 30s, or even as a teenager. And so it's interesting that she said that. But more than that is when she touched on getting work done, basically plastic surgery. I have a very unpopular opinion about it. I think in general I just have a very unpopular opinion about everything. But I do find that there is an increasing pressure of plastic surgery as you get older. Of course, when you're young, you think about it as well. I've been tempted, people are tempted. It's just the way it is, especially if you think that you don't fit the beauty standard. And so what I really appreciate from Paulina, is that she is bringing natural back. I mean, it was never always gone. People always appreciated natural, but what I mean by that is you don't see that as much in the limelight. And so when the younger generation, even people like me, when we see celebrities, when we see the standard of beauty on social media, and we're like, oh my gosh, this person is like 40, but she looks like she's 20. Of course, there's also really good genetics. There are people who really take care of themselves, but then a lot of people do get work done because we don't appreciate the natural process of life. The reason I don't condone plastic surgery is because I don't see why you need to fix something that's not broken. Having a bigger nose is not, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not ugly. For me, when I was younger, I used to be really insecure about my nose because I didn't have the really cute button nose with the raised bridge. It's just not in my genetics, and especially with my background and ethnicity, it's not something that you would normally see. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even with my eyes, I used to be so insecure about them because I'm like, I don't see people who have the same shaped eyes as I do. And my lips is just even the combination of my face. I was like, I don't see that on TV. And so when I was younger, I did think about getting plastic surgery, but I'm probably gonna tackle that in a different video. And many people go through that. But when you really sit down and think about it, what's the work that really needs to get done? Okay, what's the thing that needs the most work? It's not our physical appearance. It's really not. A lot of the time, what needs the most work is our character. And we tend to focus a lot more on the superficial parts of beauty. We have to remember and understand that beauty has many different aspects. Because there's beauty, for example, that comes with intelligence. There's a beauty that comes with strength, a beauty that comes with wisdom, a beauty that comes with overcoming, a beauty that comes with kindness, and we don't really talk about those things because think about it, even me saying it right now, it's like it's not really the outer beauty that counts, it's the inner beauty that counts. It sounds cliche as heck because we are so insecure. We know it here, but we haven't internalized it. And until we get to that point, we will always find something that we want to change, something that is quote unquote wrong with us. But I'm here to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you. If your nose works properly, if your eyes work properly, if your lips work properly, if your chest works perfectly, if it's working fine, then there's nothing that needs to be fixed. There's nothing that you need to work on in that aspect. You can't really say that plastic surgery is the same as somebody who wants to change their looks by going to the gym. It's not the same. Because when you're going to the gym, you are building stronger muscles, which is better for your body. You're working on your cardio so that you are able to play with your kids and do the things that you love. In that sense, it's not the same. You can't compare those two. You can compare, okay, let's say you compare makeup. You compare how you do your hair. I don't see that as the same thing. Yes, you could probably change your appearance on makeup, but makeup you can wash that same night. It's not permanent. It doesn't change the base. It doesn't change the construct of how your face actually is. And makeup, you can't really even change the construct of your body. Sure, makeup is a way to express yourself. I don't see surgery in the same way as expressing yourself because you're inherently changing what you are born with, and so you can't say it's an expression of yourself if it's inherently changing who you are. You can't say that, oh, but my character will still be the same, but then is it really tackling the underlying issue? Like, I think there's something about when we start thinking about surgery, we need to evaluate why we want it or why we're even getting to the point of wanting to get it. Is it because I don't look like Selena Gomez, I don't look like Megan Fox, I don't look like J-Lo? There's nothing wrong with that. Just because, somebody says that somebody else is beautiful doesn't mean that you're not. Just because we see a lot of celebrities that don't look like us doesn't make you any less prettier than them. Nobody is saying that if you don't have this nose or you don't have these lips, you don't have these eyes, that you're not beautiful. That's just not true, because if that was the case, then every single person that was born different from that standard would be considered ugly, which is not the case. Because when I was younger, big lips weren't really like a thing. When I was younger, depends where you were, but big booties weren't really a thing or as much of a thing as they are now. Back when I was growing up as a teenager, what people mostly focused on was having a bigger chest, having a smaller nose. And so in my case, I have thought about that. But now you see the trend in like a more lifted eye. Whereas for me, I was quite insecure about my eyes going this way because I didn't see that. It wasn't the trend back then. Your features are not a trend. We can't treat our physical features as a trend because they are what makes us unique. They are what makes us us. Like, is it worth it to put your health at risk to aesthetically change something? Or even if you say it's gonna give you, it's gonna boost your confidence, but then already in that statement there's something wrong because your confidence doesn't come from how you look like. True confidence really comes from within because, I mean, look around. There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful women that are insecure. The confidence doesn't come from the appearance. If that was the case, every 8, 9, and 10 would have confidence like this, but that's just not the case because insecurity is a problem within. It's not a superficial problem. I don't know why we're starting to treat problems that need to be solved internally. We are fixing them superficially. It doesn't make sense. If it's a superficial problem, then fix it superficially. But if it's an internal problem, you need to do an internal surgery. And so the surgery that you are looking at is not the right one if that's the case. It's an inner problem, therefore it needs to be dissected within. Not like within your skin where you're literally going under the knife to fix what you think is the problem, but it isn't. That's why I'm against plastic surgery. Will I judge other people who have gotten surgery? No. But I also think that there's a disconnect with somebody who declares body positivity and body acceptance, and in that same breath, but you can change this if it's gonna make you happier. It's already contradicting in that one sentence. Yeah, accept yourselves, but if you want to change something about yourself to make you happier, that's okay too. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. If you accept yourself, then you would see nothing to change in that regard. I'm talking about superficially. We tend to shift the focus on the superficial aspect of beauty rather than really going in on a microscope on the character aspect of beauty, the part of beauty that actually translates superficially as well. Because when somebody is kind, when somebody is strong, somebody's intelligent, that beauty translates outward as well. And it goes with their aura. It shows in their confidence, in the way that they talk to people, in the way that they walk, in the way that they speak. These are also elements of beauty that we need to spend more time in. They're the elements of beauty that we actually really need to work on so that as we grow older, these become an asset that we can take with us. If we don't learn those things as we are young, when we get older, the pressure gets worse. When we get older, the circumstances of life get harder. And so if we don't deal with that as we're younger, the surgery isn't going to help us as we get older. The surgery might give you a temporary satisfaction where, hey, I feel like I look better. I feel more confident. But if you don't really treat it from within, you carry that same problem with you when you're older, but it's worse then because you're going to have to face it with double the intensity. So there's this Bible verse that goes, "Gray hair is the crown of glory. It is gained in a righteous life." When a person gets older, the beauty that you find in them, it's not in the superficial. The respect even that is gained as you get older is not in your appearance, but the life that you lived. There's something so comforting in that, because when you are thinking about the pressure of beauty even at that age, or even as you are younger, 20s, 30s, doesn't matter, your focus shouldn't be on that, but in the life that you live. Anyway, that was everything. I hope that you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the way we look at aging. I love your thoughts and opinions as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.